up, everyone? It is November 15th, 2020, and I am in Kansas. I found what looks to be some really good walk-in public stuff, so I'm gonna go check it out. It's day one of my hunt. Super windy, but it's a west wind, and for this piece that I found, it looks to be like perfect for there. Basically one finger that connects to a bunch of timber on both ends and is surrounded by ag fields. So it should be pretty good. And yeah, gonna do a hang and hunt with my tethered stuff and see how it goes.
Mostly because there's so many limbs that are just like kind of in the way, so I kind of had to pick a spot that was good for this wind, but also like, you know, a place that I could shoot, you know, and have lanes to shoot. So I'm right on the edge of a cornfield. I've got a lane right here, and there's like what looks to be pretty active scrape right below me, about 10 yards. What I like about this spot is there's a creek here, and I'm right on the corner of a bend in this creek, and it opens up super wide at the front of it, so this is like a really good pinch point. They almost have to go through here unless they cross the creek, so I feel like it's a good spot to be. Other than that, I can see pretty far, so even if they don't necessarily come here, tonight's pretty much going to be an observation, more so an observation hunt than anything. And I jumped 2 does when I came through, so I know there's at least some deer in here. But there's rubs and scrapes all over the place. It's not all of it is super fresh, but it still looks like good sign, like something lives here, so let's just hope he's in town. But yeah, this is my first hunt as a Kansas resident, so that makes this like extra cool for me, just because I can kind of go wherever and I have some wiggle room to move around if I need to. I'm not stuck with just one spot, so yeah, we'll see how tonight goes. I'm really excited. lot of people telling me that the rut was on fire, like, last week. So, I'm kind of thinking we might just be in, like, a lockdown type of phase. Which is why I'm not seeing much movement. And from my prior experience with Kansas, the buck to doe ratio is fairly even. Meaning that there's not going to be a ton of cruising bucks if they're all with a doe already. Obviously, it's not always the case, but that's kind of just what my guess is as to why I'm not seeing any. I mean, there's all kinds of funnels and trails and rubs and scrapes everywhere, so there should be a deer, but I haven't seen anything. I mean, it just looks great in here, but it's hard to say. So, my thoughts for today are just hang out till like midday. Chris and I have to check out of the hotel by 11, which he's in bed still, so he can do that, but check out and then just either go somewhere else or break the maps back out and try to find a spot that looks to be, you know, ideal. Like I said, right now it's kind of hard to figure that out because this looks good too, so I don't know. It could just be locked down right now and I just have to wait a few days. But it's frustrating and it makes for really long sits when you don't see one deer. He just stood there. So I was like, well,
Smack.
I see him. Did you see him? Hold on.